This is TechCrunch. Pacific Fusion is one step closer to commercializing fusion power after breaking ground on Tuesday on a facility in New Mexico designed to generate as much energy as it consumes. Co-founder and Chief Operating Officer at Pacific Fusion, Carrie Von Munch, says it's a huge step forward for commercial fusion power. To our knowledge, there's no such facility being constructed in the country. While fusion power startups have been making rapid progress, no experiment or device has been able to generate enough power to offset the energy used by the facility, a milestone the industry calls net facility gain. One device at the National Ignition Facility has shown that controlled fusion reactions can generate more energy than they consume, but it is still far short of what would be needed to power the facility. Pacific Fusion aims to hit net facility gain by 2030, with an eye toward operating a commercial power plant in the mid-2030s. Its commercial-scale reactor will need to generate about 5 times more energy than the demonstration system, in part to power the additional equipment a power plant requires. The new facility in Albuquerque will test Pacific Fusion's approach to fusion, which uses intense, tightly coordinated pulses of electricity to create a magnetic field around a fuel target about the size of a pencil eraser, squeezing it until the fuel atoms fuse. Keith Lesheen, co-founder and chief technical officer at Pacific Fusion, said the demonstration facility will be able to fire a handful of shots per day. A full-size power plant will need to complete 1 shot per second. The pulses of electricity will be generated by 156 pulsar modules, each of which contain 32 circular stages made up of 10 bricks. Each brick consists of 2 capacitors, which store power, and 1 switch, which releases it. Earlier this year, Pacific Fusion tested a 1/3 scale version of a pulsar module, which released 440 gigawatts of peak power in 80 nanoseconds. The results were good enough to greenlight the demonstration facility. In addition to demonstrating net facility gain, Pacific Fusion's new campus will also host national security-related experiments involving high-yield fusion. The U.S. government has other sites that conduct similar research, like the National Ignition Facility, though that facility is starting to show its age. Each pulse of the new demonstration system will generate on the order of 100 megajoules, about 10 times the output of the National Ignition Facility. Lesheen says this exists nowhere in the world. China is building these types of facilities, and we intend to be the first to deliver them. Pacific Fusion has moved swiftly in the last few years. The company was founded back in 2023, making it one of the younger entrants to the field. It's also among the best-funded fusion startups, having raised over $1 billion in a milestone-based Series A round. The large, gated funding round allowed the company to plan further in advance, eliminating the need to fundraise every few years. Von Munch said, "I don't think it would have been possible to move at this speed if we hadn't designed the capital stack the way we have." Pacific Fusion will need every advantage it can get in the race to deliver a commercial power plant. The field is filling up with similarly well-funded startups, including Commonwealth Fusion Systems, Helion Energy, Proxima Fusion, and Inertia Enterprises, all of which are aiming to connect a fusion power plant to the grid by the mid-2030s, if not earlier. Stabilit AI is the startup behind AI image generation model Stable Diffusion, and the company just raised $76 million in Series B funding. The new haul brings the company's fundraising total to $232 million. The company announced the round on Tuesday, saying the new capital comes partly from a number of prominent entertainment industry organizations, including Universal Music Group, Sony Music Group, and Warner Music Group, and gaming giant Electronic Arts. 2 investment firms, AMD Ventures and Pacific Alliance Ventures, also took part. It is an unusual roster, and less a typical venture round than a lineup of the companies Stabilit now depends on for content licensing and distribution deals. Stability AI CEO Prem Akkaraju, who joined the company in 2024, called the funding an affirmation of our vision where generative AI empowers every producer, musician, and storyteller. The company says it plans to use the money from its latest funding round to continue building out its creative production product suite, while also expanding its professional services arm. Currently, Stability offers a variety of AI models that are designed for the purposes of AI music, video, and image generation. Stability, founded in 2019, has spent the past year signing deals to weave generative AI into entertainment companies' creative workflows. It struck partnerships with Universal Music and Electronic Arts last October and with Warner Music last November, each giving those companies a hand in co-developing Stability's AI tools rather than just licensing the output. Stability has also had a mostly winning stretch in court. The company largely prevailed in a copyright lawsuit brought by Getty Images in the United Kingdom, which had accused the company of infringing upon IP rights by using the company's images in the training of its image generation model. A judge ruled largely in Stability's favor in that case, but a similar lawsuit from Getty in the U.S. is still working its way through the courts. Stability was also sued back in 2023 by the company's co-founder, Cyrus Hodis, who claimed that he was tricked by the other co-founder, Imad Mustaki, into selling his share in the company. That's all for now. For the latest in startup tech news, go to TechCrunch.com.